Hello everyone, my name is Taoye. My instructor is Professor Li Ming, and I'm bringing to you today is an article related to the periprosthetic infection and artificial intelligence. I hope you to give me some good advice and criticism. The content I described is divided into three parts, which are introduced from the background, experiments, and the results. As we all know, the infections as one of the complications of after joint replacement, it is often available to see as one of the most common complication mentioned in the literature. It brings a lot of burdens to patients and society. As is shown in the figure, the speeding of the PGI has been increasing year by year. The existing international standards using neutrophil count to achieve the diagnosis of periprosthetic infection in joints and face many problems such as inaccuracy, low diagnostic value, and cannot be used as a gold standard. All of these documents are mentioned as pathological inductors for diagnose PGI. For a long time, pathological diagnosis has been regarded as the gold standard of diagnosing infections in other diseases, and it should also have the corresponding diagnostic value in the field of joint replacement. So we think about some new methods and ideas for pathological diagnosis of PGI. Is there any bypass of neutrophil count to diagnose PGI? Or we have learned from some pathologists in initial diagnosis of PGI, drops the current definition of infections and use the characteristics of the infection area instead of neutrophil counts. Next is how we achieve our goals. First step, we select an infected area that meets both the existing diagnostic criteria and the pathologist approval. That's the first level of picture. And second, the preliminary learn. Use this as a start site. We can build a preliminary learn the artificial intelligence, and it can mark the infection area on random pathological images, like the second level of picture. And last, we summarize the infection characters of the market area, including the area, proportion, and degree of infection, and draw the corresponding diagnosis. According to the above experimental steps through the experimental data and ROC curve, the preliminary experiment results confirm the possibility of using the infection characteristic area as a diagnosis criteria to replace the neutrophil count. The experimental results have shown that the accuracy and sensitivity of the infection criteria area as a diagnostic standard are higher than 90%, exceeding the level of neutrophil count. And what advantages do we have by using the infection signature regions? First of all, more faster. AI has a higher diagnostic speed and more precise. The existing experimental results confirm that the use of infection characteristic region to diagnose PGI has a higher sensitivity and specificity. With the deepening of the understanding of infection's character area, we are confident that the standard of the infection pathological imaging features and the redefinition of classification and stage will bring more value research results. And we have a good prospect. Last, and we will thank the magazine for holding this paper competition, and thanks Professor Li Ming for his comprehensive guidance. Thanks all authors for their contribution and cooperation in research and writing process. Thanks the PLA General Hospital for my training and provision of experimental technician. Thank you for listening.